Hey, welcome back to Minecraft. Crap. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This dude. Okay, so what are we doing here? Ah, yeah, this is the crater. We want to do some exploring. I got you. And why did I bring all this bamboo? I don't remember. I do remember. It was just a derp. I don't really have a place to store it, and I should have created a place for it, but I didn't. Hope you're doing well. Today is Sunday, January 16th. Here in the Midwest, here in Oklahoma, I can't speak for the Midwest, but here in Oklahoma, temps are warming back up, and we've had all is well here. All is well. No great snow apocalypse here. So all is well. Now this gobber ore, I kind of have a better pick. I'd have a diamond pick to get it, unfortunately. So not sure what to do about that. I wanted to talk to you today about small good things. Small random good things. I still coming to terms with my life, ADHD life. Many people like myself thought they were aliens here, and come to find out it's just ADHD. Just ADHD. It's by that I mean there's an explanation for feeling kind of discombobulated and kind of out of the loop. One of the hallmarks of ADHD is the skepticism, mistrust, which you might call it a, man, that scared me. You might even call it a mistrust of people. It's a skepticism of just about anything that is taught or recommended or suggested. One small example of it is my daughter told me there was a time when she was having a lot of diet issues, and she started talking to me about, she learned about wheat gluten issues, and I didn't really believe it. Did not believe it. I'm a very strong skeptic of it. So when people tell me things and they're very darn sure of it, that's when I'm most skeptical. It's sort of a contrarian bias that comes along with my ADHD, and I don't begrudge it. Do I have a morph mod? Bat. I don't begrudge it because it has served me very well, and I have. Am I out of food? I'll be gosh if I'm not out of food. it really has served me well and has pushed me to learn more about the world in which I live. It's why I got a degree in physics. I really didn't want people. I didn't want people pulling wool over my eyes, and an easy way to counter that was to get smart. So my physics degree was a way to do that. I see you creeps. I see you creeping. Still need a bow for some ranged attacks. Oi! Boy. Well, forget that iron. Forget that iron. I'm getting out of here, Chief. I'm out of food. Anyway, as you can imagine, this it has really. I got nothing, man. I got no food. I got that's not true. I have the rotten flesh, but don't want to be eating that if I can help it. Need a magnet to grab this stuff from a spooky action at a distance, to grab all this stuff from a distance. So where am I going with this? I'm going into a very simple place. The best way to get me to do something is either tell me don't do it. That works well. Or, does that sound childish to you? Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. It probably is. Or to ask me why. Why this, dog? Why is your stomach so miserable? Why do you want to go to see an internist to get your stomach diagnosed and checked? We still need potatoes. You know, just ask me some questions and let me do my thing. But whatever you do, approach it in a very light-handed way, not heavy-handed, very light-handed approach. Approach like, hey dog, I'm not an expert or anything. I'm really not an expert, but I found something that helps my stomach. Oh, what's that? In dog's mind, he's going, oh, well, you're a dumb MF. What's going? But I'm always willing to hear what dumb folks like you think. When I say that out loud, it sounds really narcissistic, but maybe I'm exaggerating. And it is raining. Okay, we're going back here to get some food, which is probably going to be meat at this point, meatitarian diet, till we can get potatarian diet going. Man, the mesa tops, so beautiful. So, the best way to get me interested in something is a very light-footed, light-handed, light-touch approach. Sort of a tease and run approach. I have an idea, but I can't really tell you. Well, I'll save it for the next episode. See? Teasers like that do aggravate me, so I won't do that to you. Not intentionally. I know I forget to say a lot of stuff, but so last week I was I was just surfing around Reddit, and I've had reactions before. oh dear, you know, Reddit toxic. Well, you have to understand, I have a very customized Reddit feed, which is mostly devoted to science, the arts, and gaming. Things I'm most interested in. It's I've curated it away from politics. Hey, cat, ocelot. Awesomania. There's an Awesomania of cats right there. So you know, it's a reasonably not unhealthy feed that I've created for myself. And ooh, I got a lot of lapis now. And I'm saying all this because one of my feeds, someone said they had a they could set me up with a type of a smoothie that they use. And I was like, well, okay, sure. And so anyway, all that to say, today is day number 5 of having that smoothie. It is a kale, I've got bread, so let's just grab bread. I kind of miss Pam's Harvest Craft. It's not yet available for 1.18.1 on Forge, but I might get it when it's available. I could create like a mutton sandwich or something that's more filling than just bread. You know what? Rather than bread, let's get goo. Just carry goo and the gooey beef stew as well. Let's get back out. We still need potatoes, man. Should be having cocoa puffs should be growing up here. Yep, they're growing well. Let's harvest cocoa puffs. So anyway, all that really just to say, the light touch really worked for me, and so I've been having these kale plus flaxseed plus fruit. In my case, apple. Kale, flaxseed, and apple smoothies. Pretty much first thing every morning. The first day I discovered it in the afternoon, so it didn't happen in the morning of the first day, but pretty much in the afternoon. The first afternoon and then the subsequent 4 mornings I've had it. And so far, all I can really report to you is that there is the flaxseed. I went into it blind. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna provisionally trust this. I know it's not gonna hurt me. I'm gonna provisionally trust that it has good effects. I know kale has good effects. I'm not against kale. I'm not against the taste of kale. But kale is good. Nuts and seeds are good. Apples are good. Fruit's good. Oranges, so forth. Tangerines, all good. So I'm just going to go ahead and make myself this smoothie that maybe I will, maybe it's, you know, it can't hurt. And if I have some greens every day, I know it's healthy. So provisionally, that's what I decided to do. And I mean, the whole rest of that, the whole ADHD stuff, I feel like there's a lot more there are icebergs underneath and things to learn. And I want to learn them about health and nutrition and inflammation. Really, let's keep it small and simple. Inflammation. I want to learn more about inflammation because that's where a lot of this, my daughter's wheat gluten thing, and just a lot of abdominal issues are coming from is inflation, inflammation. Yes, inflation, but inflammation. So the same part of me that makes me so stubborn about the good things also makes me stubbornly refuse to let go of the bad habits too. And I confess, it's hard for me to create a new habit that somebody is preaching to me as healthy. It's hard to do that. And it's hard to, I hate cat. Mr. Ross a lot. I like cats. I like dogs and cats. I like animals. We're animals too, humans. So it's hard for me to unequivocally adopt new habits and unequivocally release old habits unless it comes from within. And it's quite possible it can come from within. It's quite achievable. I think we've talked about, I have, in past seasons, we've talked about, I do a 2-day fast or a 3-day fast like it's nothing. Just water and fast. And, it really is nothing. When I want to do it, or when it comes from within, when it's my idea, it's nothing. It's so easy. When it's somebody else's idea, it's impossible. And the stubbornness is sort of, there's a lot of it. It's recalcitrance. There's a great deal of it in people, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Very much probably a survival, different. One of the beautiful things about social evolution as well as natural evolution is you throw enough darts at the target, some of them are going to hit and some are going to stick. And it's social evolution and physiological evolution. It's really more about, life just throws so many, genetic recombination throws so many darts at the target. And that's pretty. Oops. Had a nice sound too. And whatever sticks, you kind of keep going towards that. It's kind of like just simple popularity voting on Facebook or Twitter. Whatever gets a lot of upvotes, it sort of steamrolls itself. That's kind of like evolution is kind of like that. And social evolution is kind of like that. Things get enough upvotes and they start to steamroll. But for contrarians like me, we're kind of the anti-steamroll, and it's not necessarily the greatest thing, not the worst thing, but also not the greatest. We miss out on a lot of good things just from being just darn stubborn. And unfortunately, that's just the way it is, and it's the way it's going to be. nothing's going to change that, I dare say. Sheep, you know, just in case, may I have some wool, please? Just in case, I want to set a new bed somewhere. I feel like I've been rambling a lot, and I guess if I feel like that, it's probably true for you. You know that. You know I've been rambling. But all that to say, 5 days in a row, I'm just about crying here at how difficult it is for me to make a habit that lasts 5 days in a row, that comes from somewhere else and not from within. But I guess maybe the time was just right, you know. And I'm still, it's a good habit, and I want to keep it up. But I haven't surrendered my bad habits. That chocolate peanut butter ice cream from Crest, just across the street, is so good. It is perhaps the only thing that actually makes me feel pleasant in my brain, tingly and pleasant these days. It's just so hard to surrender that good feeling. I hate the calories that it involves, but the good feeling, wow, it never stops. Every time I have a 5 to 10 spoonfuls of that stuff, it's just incredible good feeling. I'm out here in the country. I came out here kind of looking for caverns, abandoned mine shafts inside this mesa. I didn't see any along the east and north faces of the mesa, and now I'm up at the tip of the peninsula, kind of looking to see if there's anything else out there to aim towards while we're out this way. And I think I just want to keep going westward and northward. There's that old shipwreck. I think we've looted it. Let's just keep going into undiscovered countries here, northward and westward. Minecraft is another one of those little obsessions of mine that is just, it's so, it brings me joy, and it's difficult to let go of it. And the one person in my life that understood the joy that it brings and shared in it was Jelly Bears. And in a huge way, this is why, for me, it's difficult to let go of those memories of my time with Jelly Bears. I've never encountered, in my life, present company included, you know, I love Noi a great deal. I think the world of her, but she scoffs at games. And my ex-wife scoffed at games, and basically every woman I've been with has scoffed at games except Jelly Bears. And that has only served to sort of cement Jelly Bears as great, you know, in that way. She was great. Here we've got a jungle. Here we've got some great obsidian. Let's just, we'll grab, in fact, we'll use our Paxel and grab that to grab the crimson chest as well, so that I know I've gotten all of it. Well, man, this portal is complete save for one obsidian, which we can do right now, but it has that crying obsidian, which has to be hacked out and replaced. So a diamond or equivalent quality pickaxe. I want to swim over to this plains area over here, this new country, before I bring the episode to a close. We're still on our potato hunt, looking for the magic potato. Don't know why I'm so emotional right now. I think I'll take a break and continue in the next episode, but thanks for joining me here in Minecraft Through the Night this January season.